All engines are running. We have liftoff. We have liftoff at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Allumage des 2 EAP et décollage.
Décollage parfait.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Here we go. Hydrogen burn-off igniters initiated. 7, 6, 5. Four-stage engine start. 3, 2, 1.
the first step in returning our country to the moon and on to Mars.
Your expedition to our home among the stars.
Bye-bye. Thanks, y'all.
WC, PLT, confirming memory cleared, non-expected error.
Goodbye. See you in a couple of days.
Two days later, Discovery has caught up with the station and closes for docking. Shep and the crew get a spectacular view from Destiny's window.
20 seconds. T-minus 17, 16, 15, 13, 12, 11, 10. Your goal for main engine start, 8.
Go for main engine start. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 0, and liftoff for the final launch of Endeavour, expanding our knowledge while expanding our lives in space.
Houston, Endeavour, all program.
Roger, roll, Endeavour.
Houston is now controlling. Endeavour beginning to pull over onto its back. The roll program underway as Endeavour begins a heads down position on course for a 51.6 degree, 136 by 36 statute mile orbit. Three engines now throttling down as Endeavour passes through the area of maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle in the lower atmosphere. Approaching 1 minute into the flight.
Endeavour, go at throttle up.
Roger, go ahead, throttle up.
Endeavor's three main engines now back at full throttle, all three engines in good shape. Endeavor's already traveling 1,300 miles per hour at an altitude of 11 miles, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, now 12 miles. At liftoff, Endeavor fully fueled, weighed 4.5 million pounds. It's already lost half that weight in propellant now, burned that weight. Next event is burnout and separation of the twin solid rocket boosters. That upcoming here shortly at the 2-minute 3-second point. Those boosters are burning 11,000 pounds of fuel per second. And standing by for separation of the solid rocket boosters. The onboard guidance system has done its job of settling out any dispersions introduced at booster separation. The orbiter is now traveling 3,200 miles per hour, downrange 50 miles, altitude 37 miles. All systems in good shape.
Acoustical energy waves. Go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 2, 1. Booster ignition and the final liftoff of Discovery. A tribute to the dedication, hard work, and pride of America's Space Shuttle team. The shuttle has cleared the tower.
This is Mission Control Houston. The Space Shuttle now rolling over onto its back with a 7-minute ride into orbit. Discovery now making one last reach for the stars. Throttling down as the orbiter passes through the area of maximum pressure, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it goes supersonic.
Discovery Houston, you are go at throttle up.
Commander Steve Lindsay acknowledging the call from Capcom Charlie Hoba as Discovery's 3 main engines throttle back up. Lindsay is joined on the flight deck by pilot Eric Bowen, mission specialist Al Drew, and Nicole Stott. Mission specialist Mike Barrett and Steve Bowen. Discovery's 3 main engines are burning fuel at a rate that would drain an average swimming pool in about 25 seconds. The engines combined with the solid rocket boosters produce more than 7 million pounds of thrust. 1 minute, 50 seconds into the flight, we're standing by for separation of the twin solid rocket boosters. Discovery now traveling 2,695 miles an hour. Its altitude 24 miles. Downrange from the Kennedy Space Center 29 miles. Booster separation confirmed. Discovery's guidance is now converging as the shuttle's onboard computers fine-tune the flight. Two minutes, 25 seconds into the flight, Discovery traveling 3,189 miles an hour. Its altitude 37 miles, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center 53 miles. Discovery now getting a boost into orbit from its twin orbital maneuvering system engines on either side of the shuttle's tail. These 2 engines will burn for 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
You